Speaker,
Hi there.
after 10 U-turns in
This
2
video is
weeks,
called Live Part 2.
we're left with a
Carry
Prime
on.
Minister in office, but not in power. And families are paying through the teeth for her mistakes. Her latest broken promise has put pensioners in the front line of Tory cuts. So, can the Prime Minister perhaps turn to her Chancellor right now, get permission to make another U-turn and commit to raising the state pension at the rate of inflation?
Prime Minister.
I honestly don't know what the Honourable Gentleman is talking about, because
Yes, you do. You hear loud and clear. Are you deaf?
It's been clear in our manifesto that we will maintain the triple lock, and I am completely committed to it. So is the Chancellor.
Okay. Very interesting.
It's no surprising that the Prime Minister's approval ratings are collapsing with an answer like that. The worst polling result for any Prime Minister in history. She's just thrown 12 million pensioners under the Tory bus. And it's not just pensioners feeling the pain. In the last week alone...
Well done, mate.
I also want to hear Mr. Blackford.
I certainly do.
Mr. Speaker, it's not just pensioners feeling the pain. In the last week alone, inflation has risen to a 40-year high. Mortgage rates are at the highest level since the financial crash. And people's energy bills are about to rise to more than £5,000. Can the Prime Minister answer one simple question? Why does she expect everyone else to pay the price for her failure?
Yeah, good one, mate.
I don't think the Honourable Gentleman can take yes for an answer. I've been clear, we are protecting the triple lock on pensions. And if the Honourable Gentleman is concerned about the economy, why does he continue to advocate for separatism, which will plunge the Scottish economy into chaos?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Over the last couple of years, thousands of homes have been proposed or built in Birmingham Northfield constituency, which puts a huge strain on GP and dentist appointments. Would my right honourable friend, the Prime Minister, agree with me that more needs to be done in the planning process to make sure that when we have large-scale developments, we have more capacity in those vital services?
Yeah.
Prime Minister.
Well, my honourable friend is absolutely right. When we build new houses, we need to make sure there are GP surgeries, schools, infrastructure, and that's why we're introducing a new infrastructure levy to make sure more of the money from developers goes on supporting local communities.
David.
Mr. Speaker, millions of family carers have been forced to cut back on food and heating. One told Carers UK, "My son is incontinent. If we don't wash him in warm water several times a day, this will cause him to physically decline." So how do we pay for the gas to heat the water if we are currently at max budget?
Ooh.
But all people and carers are struggling enough already in this cost of living crisis,
Yeah,
Mr. Speaker.
I'm not getting my care
So will
hours.
the Prime Minister guarantee that support
And my
for the
neighbours are
vulnerable,
losing care hours as
including
well,
carers
and they're in
allowance,
wheelchairs.
will rise by at least today's inflation rate of 10.1%?
Prime Minister.
It's time to be honest, Liz Truss.
People are struggling. It is difficult at the moment. That's why we've put in place the energy price guarantee to make sure the typical household isn't paying more than £2,500. It's why we've supplied an extra £1,200 of support.
It's only going to April next year. Next winter we worry, people worry.
Right, honourable gentlemen, we will always support the most vulnerable. They will be our priority.
Kay Jones.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Brecon and Radnorshire has a proud military footprint. Not least the Cambrian Patrol exercise, which I visited last week.
Today's the 19th of
It is considered
October.
the Olympic gold
So at the
medal
moment,
in
this is still
infantry
now, it's 12:15 p.m. in the afternoon.
across the world to compete in a 60-kilometre march over 2 days in the Brecon Beacons. Will the Prime Minister join me in congratulating all those who took part, not least the team of Gurkha soldiers from the Infantry Battle School in Brecon who took home a coveted gold medal, further cementing Brecon's special place in the UK Armed Forces?
I join my honourable friend in thanking everybody at Brecon Barracks who organises the exercise Cambrian Patrol each year. It is a world-class training exercise, And I congratulate Breccon's Gurkha soldiers for their fantastic achievement of a gold medal. Well done.
Dr. Philippa Whitford.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It took just 5 working days for the Prime Minister to crash the pound, damage pension funds, and send people's mortgage costs spiralling. Her new Chancellor may have reversed almost all of her policies, but the damage has been done, and we now face yet another round of Tory cuts and austerity. So I'd like to ask the Prime Minister and those sitting behind her, why is she still at the dispatch box, and when will voters get their say on this disastrous government?
Prime Minister.
We are facing very, very difficult economic times. I took the decision I had to in the interest of economic stability. And what is important is we work together, including with the SNP, to get through this winter and grow the economy.
David Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister is to be commended for securing the passage of the Northern Ireland Protocol Bill through this House without amendment before the summer recess. Can she confirm that it's the government's intention that the bill should remain unamended, and in particular that the European Court of Justice should have no jurisdiction in any part of the United Kingdom?
Prime Minister.
I am completely committed to the Northern Ireland Protocol Bill. It deals with the very specific issues we face in Northern Ireland, the free flow of trade, and also making sure that the people of Northern Ireland are able to benefit from being part of the United Kingdom. And I can tell my honourable friend that any negotiations will reflect the same position that is in the Protocol Bill.
Dave McHillier.
Mr. Speaker, we understand that this afternoon's vote on fracking is deemed a confidence vote in the Prime Minister. Can she give us any reason why her own backbenchers or anyone in this country can have confidence in her after her policies have caused chaos in the markets?
Yeah, good question. Is fracking a good idea? I think it's a bad idea.
We do face very difficult economic times. I have been honest about the mistakes I have made. But what I don't apologise for is the fact that we have helped households through this winter, through the energy price guarantee.
No, you care about yourselves, your party. You don't care about the public or anyone around you.
To get our railways running, rather than being disrupted by the militant trade unions she supports.
John Barrow.
Mr. Speaker, there's been a number of low points recently, including the Republic of Ireland's football team singing pro-IRA songs in the changing room.
Oh, God.
We should never forget the sacrifice of those who paid the price to maintain the peace during the Troubles. Closer to home, recent events meant that spending is going to be more constrained than originally thought. May I encourage the Prime Minister to ensure that we retain compassion in politics in these decisions, including maintaining the link between benefits and inflation. Will she do that?
Ooh, good question. Come on, be honest.
We are compassionate Conservatives. We will always work to protect the most vulnerable, and that is what we did.
No, you didn't.
Price guarantee. We are going to make sure the most
You're lying.
are protected
You're
in
lying.
year 2, and I'm sure the Chancellor has heard my honourable.
Look at your partner behind you, Jeremy Hunt. He's embarrassed. Look at your party. They're embarrassed with you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Resign now, Liz Truss.
Public at large, I've supported the government in terms of the actions it has taken to support Ukraine, not least because of what's at stake there. But right now, in order to maintain that support, as the public deals with rising prices, inflation, mortgage costs and much else,
Here we go.
Ukraine fatigue is a real and present danger.
Getting tired of
I'm
it
afraid
myself,
to say to the
to
Prime
be honest.
Minister, she is now an active driver against that public support that has so unified many of us. That has so unified many of us.
What's it to do with
what needs
us?
to be done. So in a time where resolve in support of Ukraine needs to be steeled, will she make sure that she commits from the dispatch box that the economic and military and political support won't be another casualty under this Prime Minister?
That's a good question, mate.
It was one of my first acts in office to make sure the military support we give to Ukraine is equal to the military support.
It's not the time for it now. It's time to back away.
We must make sure Ukraine win. They can win, they will win, and they must win.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to thank the Prime Minister for sticking by her words and giving communities in Fylde the final say on fracking. But as always, the devil is in the detail. Can the Prime Minister assure me that local consent will be measured independently and transparently, and under no circumstances will fracking companies be directly engaged in assessing local consent? And if people in Fylde say no, that view and that decision will be respected and acted upon by this government.
Well, I very strongly agree with my honourable friend. I know this is something he cares deeply about. I can assure him that we will consult on the robust system of local consent, give clear advice on seismic limits and safety before any fracking takes place. And the consultation will consider...
No, you'll take shortcuts and cut corners.
People, the regional mayors,
Lying again.
authorities and parishes,
Liar.
the concerns of those directly affected. And my right honourable friend, the Business Secretary, will be saying more about this later today.
If you like this video, please hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Sign Gems. Bye everyone.
Does not work.